Hey there, YouTube land, and it's been about a week. It's been one crazy week, and I'm out of the training room and back onto the floor, which means later days. So I thought while I was in the training I was going to actually be able to do more videos, but it turns out less. Anyway, today I got it. Well, yesterday I got a call from HMV, but I was at a writing group that I've actually just started. I'm very proud of that, and they called me and said that my Scream Factory had come. So I had points because, like I told you guys before, if you were here when I did my unboxing of Auto Horror and Tales from the Crypt double feature that Scream Factory put out, which is amazing and everybody should own, by the way. I had ordered two, but I used my points well, I tried to use my points, and then they lost my points, and they had to get them put back on my card. So I said, okay, I'll pay for this one, and when the other one comes, I'll get that one on points. So I paid $2.60, pretty much the taxes, for this one right here. So let's check out my latest Scream Factory. This is a extremely fun, cheesy one. And I tried to explain the premise to my better half, and she was baffled, to say the least, by its unique premise. It is New Year's Evil. So we're going to open it up now. I've had it here for about an hour or so, but I had to come in and have some food, and thought I'd open up New Year's Evil with you guys, and just we'll look at it together. So New Year's Evil is about a killer that calls himself literally evil, and is going to kill people at every time that it hits New Year in a different part of the world. Every time frame that hits New Year's. So off summit at midnight in each of America's. Okay, here it goes. Has plans to off summit at midnight in each of America's major time zones. And he's going to end the killing spree by killing off Diane Blaze Sullivan, the host of a nationally televised punk rock show for New Year's. And that character actually is played by Roz Kelly, who, if you're a fan of Happy Days, she would be, she'd be Pinky Tuscadero. Was famous for being the most popular of the Fonz's love interest, and was actually intended originally to be like written into the show and eventually probably get her own spin-off. She was extremely popular. Unfortunately, they couldn't work out the agreement, but later they did bring on another actress who was a singer, basically, to play her cousin, Leather Tuscadero, who did last in the show for a very, very long time, and who I had a crush on. So, New Year's Evil, what do we have on this one? This one I got without knowing features or anything like that, because I'm a slasher fan, and I love these type of things, and I just worry that after buying something like this, that 88 Films is going to end up putting this out down the road, and I'm going to have to buy it again. But special feature-wise, this has audio commentary with director Emmett Alston, new interviews with actors Kip Niven, Grant Kramer, Taffy O'Connell, and director of photography Thomas Eckerman, as well as a theatrical trailer. I'm a little disappointed that there's no interview with Roz Kelly, because obviously that's who I really want to see in an interview with. So, because she is, the star of it after all, and the heartthrob to many, many young boys who watched the episode where, or the two-part episode where the what were their names? The Vlasky brothers, something like that, were coming into like Cruncher in a demolition derby, and the Fonz had to save her. Good days. So here's the kind of cool, unique little inside artwork, and we'll see if it has a. I guess it does. It actually has this as its alternate cover art, so you can choose. This here is a cover art that I'm used to. This here is cover art that I have never seen before, so that is unique. Where it's not a collector's edition, I didn't expect to see any different cover art. I expect to see basically some random pictures on the inside of it. But I got to say, I'm very pleased with that. So, Roz Kelly, Pinky Tuscadero from Happy Days, Kip Niven from Magnum Force, Grant Kramer here mentions Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Louise Moretz from Death Race 2000, Taffy O'Connell from Galaxy of Terror, and Terry Copley. Oh, I like Terry Copley from We Got It Made. She did a lot of stuff, Terry Copley did. Anyway, really cool. And what year did this one come out? Is this one of the ones? This is 1980, so this is like when the early slashers were being done. So a lot of people see a lot of these slasher movies that came out around, around the time period, and like, oh, it's ripped off Friday the 13th, it's ripped off this and that. Well, a lot of these early ones actually, slight rip off, I guess, but they kind of came out around the same time. It was like pre-1981. And 1981 was a really big boom year for this type of stuff. I mean, 78 was the year that Halloween was done. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of movies like this that, we're going to try and get the kind of like the feel to it there. And that was, but the whole thing was that slashers were booming in this period. I don't think they had really time to do like any like serious ripping off, or other than just let's make a slasher film because I don't even could say like because a lot were popular, because it was still in the early stages of like popularity. It wasn't really so as much as like Halloween is beloved and it did so well in the box office. Halloween was thought of then not just with, hey, this slasher movie did well. It was thought of basically this independent film did well. And it let people realize that there was like, not just in like horror, but definitely in horror, but in other ways that movies that weren't like bigger, weren't produced by major companies and weren't done, could make it. And we got to see a lot of this stuff. When you think of the success of movies like Halloween and to like lesser extent movies like Prom Night and stuff like that, people tend to like think along the lines of basically, oh, this made like a boom in slashers, but it didn't just make a boom in slashers. This made a boom in a lot of different genres. Once we saw that independent films could do really well and could be done really cheaply, then we got to see like a lot of cheaply done films done. A lot of action films. You got like these ninja films, the martial arts films. So it was really like the precursor to a lot of different stuff. And I guess the point I'm trying to kind of go around and make is that these movies are not just, well, they're all quick cash grabs because that's what was done at the time. But they're fun, and sometimes there's a lot of artistry put into the films, and other times they're this. And it's just cheesy fun. So I'm probably going to be watching this one, hopefully the week. My better half and me are probably going to watch this movie. And she's saying no. So either my son or one of my friends will probably watch this movie with me sometime within the next week or so. But I'm very looking forward to this one, actually. I really, really did have fun with New Year's Evil back in the day. I remember groaning and laughing my ass off a lot. But kind of what I like to do with a lot of these movies. It's not out there to, well, hope to God this is not out there to scare you. It's just fun. These are really, really fun little films, and this is the perfect thing for Scream Factory. It's the perfect thing to see these companies do. I still need From a Whisper to a Scream. That one has not shown up here, and I have a nagging suspicion that it is not going to hit the rock. It will definitely be one that I will have to order down the road. It is one that I do recommend. It is originally titled The Offspring, so if you kind of wonder where you've seen that, if you're older, like I am, then you probably saw it called The Offspring back in the VHS days. If you're a little bit younger, then you may have seen it when it was put out for like a short period of time under the name From Whisper to a Scream on DVD, with a picture on it that I don't think really suited the film, and I kept going to buy that DVD, but I never did, which is weird because I'm an anthology fan. And after getting when you guys go out and buy Tales from the Crypt Vault of Horror, because you know you got to, it's really cool, then you're definitely going to be thinking, yeah, I got to get From Whisper to a Scream. So I couldn't even, I asked about at my local HMV, and they couldn't order it. I asked today, actually. But this is my latest Scream Factory. Mad Max, Escape from New York. I didn't go grab these right now, and honestly, here's the reason. Scream Factory does their big sale time, and I'm willing to bet. Let's use a phrase that my grandparents would use. and I never really got it totally, but we're going to use it now. I'm going to dollars to donuts. There, that's a new phrase. Use that one in a video. I try find a way to use dollars to donuts in a video. Just do it. That when that big sale comes around, Mad Max, and Escape from New York, those are ones you're going to see in that 6 range when they're doing like the bunch on the page, and there's going to be 6, like 1 per week type thing. I'm waiting for that. I'm kind of waiting, till the sale thing drops the price. Kind of like when you wait for your Criterions. And I was talking to a friend of mine who's like, I'm kind of doing the same thing right now. I want to like support Scream Factory, and I'll buy them right from their site when the sale goes on. Now, that being said, I will go out and buy stuff like this that I really want to get right away. And Tales from the Crypt, and when like things come up that I really need to have. But anyway, that's my pick today. New Year's Evil. If you have not seen this movie, check it out. He is evil. It's looks like it has some decent features. Not sure how long the interviews are. Gonna check that out after I watch this one. I'm definitely gonna review it. And I've been rewatching some movies recently. I got to like sit down and actually the other night watch The Orphan Killer, and actually watch it like all the way through, because I'd watched it before, and I kind of like think there's always been something that's been distracting me to actually sit down and actually kind of watch it and like really concentrate on it and have fun with it. And I really did. I kind of like a friend of mine just like sat down and like watched the gore and giggled at some of the parts that were, but and I just thought that Diane Foster's extremely hot in that film. She's very cool. Nice, sweet lady, too. I mean, like, I met her. She gave me a hug. Really, really sweet girl. And I hope that they do Orphan Killer 2 and do really well with it, and that Matt Farnsworth goes on to do much, much more stuff. So, New Year's Evil. Kind of a tangent, but it's been a week since I got on to make a video, so stuff comes out. Thanks for watching, guys. For me right now, it's time for tea. Say hello to. Looks like I look like I'm doing kind of Madge. I soak my hands on the thing. None of you guys are gonna get that reference. The Great Pinhorn in the Sky. It's Pal the Phantom, and for me right now, it's time for tea. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend, and planning to relax and stay home this weekend. Just watch some movies, and maybe I'll make some videos, because I'm kind of behind with you guys. And have a great night.